Hello, and thank you for joining me for your daily tarot. So I'm going to take a look at what is going on with the energies for the 29th and the 30th of September. Please do be made aware that there has been someone out there who has been cloning my channel, okay? My readings will always be on my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot, okay? A couple of the other signs, they do have their own channels by me, and again, my name is going to be part of the actual channel name itself, okay? So if you find my readings on a weird channel like Nina Tarot or Bob's Tarot or something, it's going to be stolen content, okay? Right, so... What is going on? Right, you got the Crown. Honour and respect will come to you. The Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. The Bell, an announcement. And the Four-leaf Clover, great good fortune. That one stands out like a sore thumb, doesn't it? I kind of do get the impression here that you're attracting a lot of attention, and you could even be attracting some of this attention that is less than desirable, I guess. I mean, you might be wanting that kind of attention, I don't know. Okay. We're going to need to get the tarot on this straight away, because we've got someone's autonomy and integrity, someone's sense of self here that I kind of feel is being wrapped up in their desired ability to other people, right? Could be you, could be someone else that you're dealing with. You're going to have to use your discernment here, because I'm unclear what direction this energy is coming from. Right, okay, let's get the tarot out on this straight away, and we'll find out. Okay, so it's this Crown for our collective. With honour and respect will come to you. I kind of feel like someone, not necessarily you, but someone has been made to believe that their inherent worth and value is tied up on their desirability to other people, right? There's faulty programming here. Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Page of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. So that's what you're breaking free from. Or that's what someone is breaking free from. They're breaking free from that faulty programming. Oh, you're not worth anything if people aren't falling over themselves after you, right? Okay, I mean, I guess pretty privilege has always been a problem. It's always been an issue. Whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. Like, pretty privilege is still a real thing, even if you are a man. There's definitely this disengagement now from a person's physical attraction to their inherent worth and value, because you've got this beautiful energy here. Honor and respect will come to you. Seven of Pentacles, right? That's rewards, it's harvest. You've got the card of plenty and peace, contentment, happiness with the Nine of Cups. You've got good news here with this Page of Cups and this Emperor energy. Now, you could be dealing with an Emperor. You could be this Emperor. Of course, the Emperor wears the crown, right? I don't quite know how to put this into words, so I'll try, okay? I will try my best. So we've got hard work and dedication that's definitely paying off. And this recognition, right, because the crown is a recognition of it's someone's character that matters, not this. This it feels like it's a distraction. It feels like it's a distraction. So either we've got an individual who is reprogramming what they have been led to believe, right, about this physical attraction is the be-all and end-all. And it isn't, even in the face of the whole pretty privilege thing, right? Beauty being skin deep and all that. Or we've got an individual who has accidentally been attracting a lot of sexual attention towards them through their job, through their work, through doing a good job, right? Because this energy here is an individual who is dedicated to doing their best, to doing a good job. They're dedicated to, I want to say, helping others as well, because it's the Emperor with the Page of Cups, right? This Page of Cups is going to be under the Emperor's wing, under their guidance, under their protection, right? And yet, I kind of feel like certain people are still making it all about physical and sexual desirability. So they're missing the point. They're missing the point because they're focused on the wrong thing. Okay. What's this message about too much concern with sexual matters? What's going on there? What a strange read. What's this too much concern with sexual matters? The Four of Swords and the Six of Wands. Yeah, it's a byproduct. It's coming out as being a byproduct of what you're doing, right? Okay. There's a reassessment here with this Four of Swords. So it's kind of like you're having to reassess what it is that people really want, and that person's holding a crown as well. Right, so I need to find out the symbology then, the deeper symbology behind that crown. Can you tell us more about that crown energy? What's going on there? Authority. It is some type of authority. Another page. Yeah, leader. Okay, so someone's trying to be a leader in some capacity. They're definitely trying to lead other people, be a good example to other people. But it feels like the only thing that people are focused on is the physical attraction and not the message behind it. Right. Can you tell us more about that Six of Wands for our collective, please? Wheel of Fortune and then the Three of Cups reversed. Okay, so somebody's not being taken on their own merits and credits here because there's gossip. There's gossip about how someone just fell into the position that they have. There's gossip about how they didn't earn the position that they have. There's gossip about how they used their looks and their sex appeal to get the position that they have. And again, they're missing the point entirely, because whoever holds this Emperor position, man or woman, doesn't matter, they've genuinely worked for that. They've genuinely worked for that. And it feels bizarre because this is a situation that whoever is in this Emperor's throne, as it were, they were never expecting to have this kind of issue or this kind of problem. Because when they look at themselves, they don't consider themselves as being, do you know what I mean? They don't. This is someone who does not consider themselves as being super, super hot, super good looking, or super charismatic. Okay, this is someone who considers themselves as just a hard worker, like that. They're not focused on how they look at all, and in a bizarre twist of events, that's exactly what's making them even more attractive, right? Kind of like worst type of problem for an individual to have, I guess, right? I wouldn't know because it's not a problem that I've ever come across. Right? So, I mean, I don't understand this energy. I couldn't possibly begin to understand how this individual's feeling, right? Because it's like they're in a serious position here. They have to be taken seriously, and they're not being taken seriously because apparently they're too fucking hot. Do you know what I mean? It's like, in my opinion, that's one of the worst kind of problems to have, right? For me, as an example of that would be like not being able to put all your shopping away in the fridge because your fridge is already too full, right? It's the worst type of problem to have. Okay, I mean, absolutely sucks ass that someone is being gossiped about, though. Like, that's horrendous, okay? Because clearly, whoever this person is, they haven't just landed that position, right? They got pretty privilege. They don't know that they got pretty privilege. This is a bloody hard worker, and they feel like they're just not being taken seriously. For definite. Okay. Right, so what's this announcement then? What is this announcement? The Five of Pentacles. Right. Five of Pentacles, that can indicate some sort of isolation. It's definitely lack mentality, lack energy. There's an announcement here about resources. Could be time or money. What is this announcement with the Five of Pentacles? It's time to slow down. They're saying that everything needs to slow down a bit now. The Magician and Judgment. But that's a stark contrast to slowing down, because the Magician just wants to get up and do things. They want to get up and make things happen. I'm reading this Judgment as internal energies. Doing the inner work, listening to the higher calling. Someone feels like they're not good enough. That's what that Five of Pentacles is. An announcement about not... What? An announcement about the Five of Pentacles? Can you tell us more about this announcement? The Nine of Swords. Somebody doesn't feel good enough. And they're making an announcement about that. Possible imposter syndrome here. And it's not helped by the fact that they're not getting taken seriously. And they're not getting taken seriously because apparently... Do you know what I mean? It feels like someone is trying to operate within an environment. They're trying to do a good job within that environment, and they're not being taken seriously. And so they're internalizing, oh, well, I'm not being taken seriously because clearly I'm not doing a good enough job. Right. That's complicated. So this Emperor believes that they're not doing a good enough job, when in actual fact they haven't considered that they're not being taken seriously, because other people's opinions are, you're too hot for that, you're too hot for that job. Like, how can I take you seriously when I'm looking at you with googly eyes type thing, right? But then this one is internalized, and people aren't taking me seriously because I'm not doing a good enough job. So that I feel like they're on the brink of making an announcement here that they're wanting to leave because they don't feel like they're good enough to hold that position. So the ones that you're trying to get to take you seriously are missing the point, and because they're missing the point, it leads you on to missing the point behind why you're not being taken seriously. Everybody's missing the fucking point. But all is not lost, because you've got great good fortune here. So let's find out what that's about. What's this great good fortune? It's a very bizarre reading. I wasn't expecting anything like this to come out. And obviously it's not going to resonate for like everybody. Okay. The Two of Swords, a Fool, Page of Swords, and another page. Page of Pentacles. You got all the pages that's come out. Page of Cups, Page of Wands, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. You got all 4 pages here. 4 pages in a reading indicates security and contentment. Okay. And again, all those pages are new stages. They can indicate younger people. It is possible that someone is trying to deal with like a lot of kids or like a lot of teenagers. Like, is this a teacher? Is someone a teacher here and they're not being taken seriously because these teens are too googly-eyed? It could be something to do with that here as well. There's a difficult decision here with this Two of Swords that somebody needs to take. And they need to make this difficult decision sooner rather than later because it's with the Fool. Okay, what's this decision about? I know we're clarifying this 4-leaf clover. But it feels like we're not getting specific enough messages here. So what's this decision all about, please? Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Long-term energy. Being careful. Making sure that you're not exacerbating the situation. 4 of Cups. Yeah, there's a feeling of being uncomfortable. This whole situation is making this Emperor person feel very, very uncomfortable to continue in their current environment. 6 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So the difficult decision is, okay, well, I'm not being taken seriously here. I'm going to have to basically go someplace else. Find a job someplace else, right? There's a lot of immaturity. With all them pages coming out, there's a lot of immaturity. It could just be you're trying to work with a lot of immature people. But it also feels like the opposite type of problem that you ever thought you were going to have as well. Do you know what I mean? But that can get really serious really quickly. Especially if that is about like young teenagers, right? I can see how quickly and how dangerous that sort of scenario can actually become. So apparently, whoever resonates with this reading, your great good fortune is going to come off of the back of you deciding, okay, well, I need to go someplace else then. That's how it feels to me. What a weird read. Yeah, King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Very kind energy. So there's a kind, beautiful, or a handsome emperor-type individual here. And they're just not... They're not able to get their point across. Because they're too damn fine, apparently. King of Cups, Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. With a Queen of Swords and a Two of Swords, yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to make this decision sooner rather than later. And when you've made the choice, you're going to have to stick to it as well, okay? Stick to the choice that you make after you've made it. It's going to be less painful that way, basically. Okay. What a weird read. Yeah. I don't know what else to say to that one. It's just all too bizarre for me. Very foreign as well. Like, I couldn't possibly understand that kind of issue. But someone's dealing with it. Otherwise it wouldn't have come out in the reading. Right, the moon's moment, synchronicity. Okay, let's take a look. Synchronicity, the moon's moment. I'm not going to find it there, so I need to go to the front. The moon's moment. $92. Okay, something is flowing in the right direction for you when this card comes up. Everything is either already falling into place or it will do so very soon. Even if you fervently believe that you create your own reality, there are times when events have an almost destined feel. And this is one of those times. You could perhaps attribute it to life unfolding and revealing the lessons our souls need to learn in this lifetime. There is synchronicity at work. You're exactly where you're meant to be, learning the lessons that you need to learn. Everything's lining up as it needs to, so trust the process as much as you can and stay optimistic for your desired outcome. Whatever the situation you're asking about, know that it's not a random development in your life, but a step along your path, and it's meant to teach you. The sooner that you pay attention to the lessons, the sooner that you'll be able to navigate your way to where you want to go. And then it says, divine timing is unfolding. Events now have a purpose. You're in the right place at the right time. Everything happens for a reason, or there is a reason why everything happens. The moon knows exactly where she should be at any one time, and so do you. So yeah, if the situation is making you feel massively uncomfortable for all of the wrong reasons, then it is going to be time for you to change up your environment here. Okay. What a weird ass read. Right, let's get you some messages from the universe then. What else for our collective, please? Okay. I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember that you're not in this thing alone. I am working on your challenges. I have already assigned angels to you, so let go and the stress. So let go and let go of the stress and just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, because the happy ending that I've got coming is going to rock your world. So you're being put in a less immature environment then, where you're going to be able to thrive, where you're not going to have to worry about that weird gossip, right, about people implying that I don't know, that you slept your way up to the top, or you just got handed your position, or whatever, right? You're being put in a new environment where you're not going to have to deal with all of that immaturity and all of that bullshit. Okay, no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you'll ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, then keep being the beautiful soul that you are. Yeah. Yeah, you keep doing you. Okay. Like I said, very strange reading. It's not going to resonate for many people. But it is a problem that someone's having, which is why it's come out in the tarot. Right, everyone steps in shit. The key is to keep walking and it will eventually come off. Okay, so yeah, you can relocate yourself and keep your integrity intact. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.